The clock on the wall ticks loudly. It is already 10:15 at night. On the dining table, a cup of expensive Longjing tea has gone completely cold. A bitter skin has formed on top of the dark liquid. Beside the cold tea lies a small velvet box. Inside is a custom electronic music box. I spent 3 months soldering the circuit boards and coding the melody late at night. Today is my daughter Tiantian's 8th birthday. I prepared a full table of her favorite dishes, but the food is now covered in plastic wrap. Cold. Silent. Just like this house. Suddenly, the heavy iron gates roar open outside. The loud, aggressive engine of a luxury sports car cuts through the quiet night. Then, I hear it. A light, happy, childish laughter that I haven't heard in months. I do not stand up. For 6 years, I would always rush to the door with a warm towel and hot water. But tonight, my hands just stay flat on my lap. My heart feels entirely empty. The front door opens. My daughter Tiantian bounces into the living room. Her arms are wrapped tightly around a giant, glittering crystal doll. Behind her walks my wife, Gu Yan. She is the multi-billion-dollar CEO of the Gu Corporation. Her figure is stunning and elegant, and her eyes are usually like cold glaciers. But tonight, she is smiling. A rare, gentle warmth is on her face as she looks back at the man who drove them home. That man is Jiang Shuo, her glamorous childhood first love, who just returned from Europe. Tiantian hugs her giant doll and giggles. "Mommy, Uncle Shuo's Ferrari is so fast and cool. It would be so wonderful if Uncle Shuo were my real dad, not like my boring dad who only knows how to stay home and cook." My wife, Gu Yan, does not scold her. She just rubs Tiantian's hair gently. She does not defend me. To her, my 6 years of daily cooking and cleaning are just a given. Useless. Invisible. At that moment, looking at them laughing together, a wave of deep, absolute exhaustion washes over me. 7 years of marriage. Giving up my entire youth and brilliance for a woman's cold indifference and a daughter's deep hatred. I think to myself, it is time to wake up, Lu Feng. Without making a sound, I turn around and walk into the dark guest room. I pull out a clean white document, a divorce agreement. I sign my name with a steady hand. Then, I slowly slide the silver wedding ring off my finger. I place it on top of the paper. I grab a single suitcase containing only my old university books and a few clothes. I walk out through the back door into the cold midnight rain. I do not turn my head back even once. Around 11 p.m., Gu Yan and Tiantian go upstairs. Tiantian spots the wooden music box I left on the table. She wrinkles her nose in disgust. "Mom, look at this cheap wooden toy Dad made. It looks like street junk. Throw it away." Gu Yan glances at my 3 months of hard work indifferently. "Your dad only knows how to waste time on useless gadgets. Ignore it. Go play with your crystal doll." With a casual flick of her wrist, she tosses my gift into the trash can. She thinks I am just sleeping in the guest room because I am pouting. She doesn't care. She has no idea that the man who guarded her home for 6 years is already gone. By 1 a.m., the rain outside grows heavier. I sit on the edge of a small, dusty bed in an old apartment I bought years ago. The room is dark and cold, but my chest feels lighter than it has in years. I unlock my phone. The bright screen reflects my tired eyes. I open the clock application. The screen is crowded with dozens of daily alarms that have controlled my life for the past 6 years. 5:30 a.m. Brew herbal stomach tea for Guyan's chronic pain. 6 a.m. Cut star-shaped sandwiches for Tiantian's lunchbox. 6:45 a.m. Use steam iron on Guyan's high-end business suits. 7:15 a.m. Gently wake up Tiantian with a warm, damp towel. Every single alarm was a shackle I put on myself. 6 years ago, I was the undisputed #1 graduate of Jinda University's Advanced Software Division. At 19, I created the Aries Code, the legendary algorithm that runs half the data servers in this country. Tech empires offered me billions. But when Guyan's family firm was going bankrupt, she wept bitterly in my arms and begged me to save her. I gave her my technology. I saved her family. Then, I willingly stepped into the shadows to cook her meals and wash her clothes so she could shine as a powerful CEO. But in return, I became a parasite, a useless loser who lives off his wife's money. I look at the long list of alarms. A bitter, quiet smile touches my lips. My thumb hovers over the screen. Delete. 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 One by one, the alarms disappear until the screen is completely blank. The silence in the dark room is heavy, but the invisible, suffocating weight on my shoulders is finally gone. I turn off the phone, close my eyes, and fall into a deep, peaceful sleep. The next morning, at 7:30 a.m., the sun shines into the grand villa bedroom. Gu Yan wakes up, her forehead throbbing with a severe headache from the red wine she drank with Jiang Shuo last night. Instinctively, she reaches her elegant hand out toward the nightstand. She expects the crystal glass of freshly brewed herbal tea that I always place there at exactly this time to soothe her stomach. Her hand touches nothing but cold wood and a thin layer of dust. Gu Yan opens her eyes, her brow furrowing deeply. Her voice turns sharp and displeased. "Lu Feng, where is my tea? I have an executive board meeting in 1 hour. Stop being childish." Only silence answers her from the long hallway. Frustrated, she marches into her walk-in closet. Her expensive designer suit is still wrinkled and discarded on the chair from yesterday. It has not been ironed or steamed. A flash of genuine anger burns in her chest. She thinks I am throwing a petty tantrum because she didn't come home for dinner. How small-minded, she thinks. She quickly throws on an unironed outfit and storms downstairs. But when she enters the kitchen, the grand space is completely dark and freezing. The stove is cold. There is no scent of fresh bread or hot soup. Tian Tian is sitting at the marble counter, crying loudly as she kicks her feet. "Mommy, I am so hungry. Dad didn't make my lunchbox. He didn't even wake me up with the warm towel. I'm going to be late for school, and my classmates will laugh at me." The old housekeeper, Auntie Chen, comes out of the pantry, her hands trembling with fear. "President Gu, Mr. Liu is not here. His room is completely cleaned out. His clothes are gone, and he left this envelope on your study desk." Gu Yan's heart gives a strange, cold thud. She steps quickly into the study. On the empty mahogany desk sits my silver wedding ring and the divorce agreement. Her eyes scan the asset division clause. Lu Feng requests 0 property, 0 stocks, 0 alimony. A completely clean break. Gu Yan looks at the document, and a cold, arrogant sneer returns to her beautiful face. She throws the paper down onto the desk with total disdain. He wants a divorce? And he wants no money? Gu Yan lets out a sharp, mocking laugh. He has been a dependent house husband for 6 years. He has no job, no skills, and no connections. Does he really believe he can survive 3 days in this expensive city without my credit cards? She looks at the wedding ring with absolute certainty. To her, this is just a desperate, high-stakes stunt I engineered to get her attention because I am jealous of Jiang Shuo. "Don't call him," Gu Yan orders the housekeeper, her voice freezing like ice. "Don't look for him. In 48 hours, his pockets will be empty, and he will realize how brutal the real world is. He will crawl back through that gate on his knees to beg for my forgiveness."
At 9 a.m., a sleek, armored black luxury vehicle glides smoothly to a stop in front of the giant Changmo Technology skyscraper. Changmo is the undisputed titan of the tech world and the biggest rival of the Gu Corporation. The car door opens. I step out onto the pavement. I have discarded my faded apron and old sweaters. I am wearing a flawlessly tailored, expensive slate gray business suit. My short black hair is neatly styled, exposing my sharp jawline and deep, piercing eyes. The tired, submissive domestic look is entirely gone. I radiate the overwhelming, cold authority of a high society ruler. Waiting at the bottom of the grand steps is Su Wangqing, the extraordinarily beautiful 25-year-old billionaire CEO of Changmo Technology. Her long, dark hair flows in the breeze, and she is wearing a pristine white designer blazer. Behind her stands a straight line of 20 senior executives and world-famous PhD professors, all standing at strict attention. The moment Su Wangqing sees me, a brilliant, breathtaking smile illuminates her beautiful face. She runs down the steps without any CEO dignity and throws her arms around me in a warm, tight hug. Lu Feng! Her voice is thick with genuine emotion and deep respect. You are finally back. I have kept the chief scientist's seat entirely vacant for 3 long years, just waiting for you to wake up from that domestic illusion and leave that blind woman. I smile softly, my eyes turning completely calm and dark as I shake her hand. Thank you for waiting, Senior Su. It is time to clear the trash from the market. The senior executives and professors behind her gasp, their eyes widening in absolute shock. They begin to whisper in a frenzy of excitement. Lu Feng, is he really the legendary ghost programmer who single-handedly coded the Ares architecture 6 years ago? The #1 hidden legend of our nation's tech industry has actually joined our company? Su Wangqing turns around, her gaze sweeping over her managers with absolute pride. Her voice echoes across the entire square. From this second onward, Director Lu holds 15% of Changmo's total corporate equity and has absolute executive authority over the research division. His words are my commands. Inform the media immediately and let the Gu Corporation know their nightmare has officially arrived. I look up at the giant glass tower calmly. The useless live-in husband is dead. The king of the tech world has officially taken back his throne.